Hi folks, hope you're okay. Welcome to Kenty's Kicks for another weekly update episode. As you can see, I am in my orchid house, stroke, koi grow, whatever you want to call it, grow on. The weather is absolutely hanging today. It's raining. It was okay earlier on. It's Saturday afternoon, the 2nd of October already. Autumn is definitely upon us. There's no doubt about that. I'm sure you agree. And as you can see, I've got you pointing at the grow on because what I'm going to be doing today for the next hour before I get settled down for the football match is I'm going to get my grow on koi out because it's been 1 month now. Yes, 1 month already since I've been targeting the right amount of food to their percentage body weight. So the koi have been weighed and they've been given they've been given the right amount of food every day for a month. So today it's time for me to get them out again, weigh them and see what figures that I come up with, see if there's any difference between last month and this month. Now the temperature in the moment in the grow on is 25 degrees. The temperature in this greenhouse is 16 degrees. So we have clearly got a good uplift there, 10 degrees. So my heater is set to 25 at the moment and I would like to think it is not on. Let me go and have a little look. Yeah, it's not on. It's registering at 25 degrees at my heater. So that's got to drop to probably 24 degrees for the heater to come back in and raise it to the required temperature again. Okay, now as you can see, I've removed the Fishmate feeder, which dispenses once for a period of time. Where that is, so basically it's a clock. It's a simple clock mechanism, this is, and it comes in handy for temporary feeds and what it does is it's just like a clock mechanism and you set it to, basically all you do with this is inside you basically remove or move two gates, their feed control. It just moves a plastic jobby across to let more food through. So obviously that is times, and then all you do is you just put this to how many hours you want this to, how many hours until the next feed. So at the moment would have been at a feeding stage there. So for that period there is 3 hours. So once the clock goes round and reaches that, it will then dispense for 3 hours to the amount of food. Now this has been okay for this, but it only dispenses once. So I've been dispensing that amount of food that these koi need once a day. Oh, and it just dispenses over that 3 hours. So it's meant to just tick, 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 and then just drop bits out. So it's okay for, I would say, if you go on holiday or for a temporary measure with grow on pond and things like that. But it's not great, but it does get you by. And obviously it's got a smaller container to hold in food. It was doing me for 5 days. That would hold enough food for these 4 fish for 5 days. So a good thing to have, I think. It's helped me out anyway, and you can hang them up. I was having it hanging, just swaying across the pond. So yeah, there's that. But as you can see, I've got my main feeder in now, and that dispenses 3 times a day, 11 o'clock, 2 o'clock, and then 4 o'clock. And then what I tend to do is come in the morning, give them a bit of food, and then in the afternoon maybe, and then in the evening. So they get like about 6 feeds a day. But if not, they definitely get the 3 feeds of what they should get. So actually what I'll give them is on top of what they should get, which is probably not a good thing to have, but I'm growing them on inside, so I could potentially give them 2% of the body weight in food. So, and at the minute that's probably set to give them 1.5%. So, and what I've got the camera pointing down as well, you can see it's changed around a bit, so that's there. I've now moved the plastic that was in front there to shield the water. I kept having problems with that because it was quite heavy, that bit of plastic. It just kept dropping and stuff. So I've managed to get some tie wraps and put them through some rubber pond liner, and just so it's got a front in front of the weir so it goes straight down into the pond. Great. So that's that. There's a bit of an update with the grow on, and then the first sort of few minutes as well, I want to just talk to you about the food what I'm going for. The food that's in this purple one, I'm pretty sure it's Takazumi, the standard food. It's very similar. I don't know why, but when I read it was a seller from Amazon, I think, or eBay, and they don't tell you the brand of the food, but looking at the composition, everything that's built up, it looks like one of the other ranges of Takazumi. So I've run out now of the pond food up there. So what I've done, doing some research again, and I was looking at really high-end foods, and I thought, you know what, I'm not going to be feeding them much over winter, only as and when needed, autumn and winter. I will for the next month or so, but after that it'll just be mulch. That's why I've taken the pond feeder off the main, the auto feeder off the main pond, because the temperatures now, it's dropping to 16 degrees in the water, and possibly more at night, and then it's going to gradually get lower now. So I thought, what am I going to do? So in this tub I've got, I think, a Takazumi sort of standard feed with about 38% protein. So that's that in there to keep me going, and that's in the feeder. Now for the grow on koi, what I've also got is 2.5 kilo of this junior premium. Now this is for really small fish really, so fish that are this size, so the size the butterfly kois. But I thought, you know what, this is high protein as well, very high. So as I'm growing on, what I am doing is, this is 63% protein, and this is also a 50-50, like a 50-50 mix, so it's got a mix of sinking and a mix of floating. Now with the bigger food, you'll find that it's the braver fish and the bigger fish that will come with it, so that come for it, but the smaller fish won't. So what I thought, let me buy this junior premium. It's not cheap stuff, it's probably mid-range, getting on to 3/4 if you want to call it. It's not high range, top end, it's not mid, you know, it's not half range. I would say, I would place it in terms of quality and cost sort of above mid-range, I would say, from what I look at in food, in terms of food. So what this looks like is, as you can see, it's quite a small pellet, but it sinks and floats, and it doesn't take long to sink either. So what I'm hoping is, I'm mixing that with the normal size pellet, the sort of 5mm size pellet, so they're getting a mixture of both. So they're getting this small size pellet, a bit floating, that's in there, dispensed 3 times a day. They are getting the bigger size pellet, which is in here, which I'm going to have to buy some more, but I'm going to switch. Here it is, that pellet. So I've got that and that mixed in there, and I'm really hoping that the next month, when we're giving them this 2.5 kilo, so this 2.5 kilo here will probably last me maybe a month. So I'll see what happens. So I'm hoping that's going to give them a bit of a bump, because that's 63% protein, it's 25 degrees, so it kind of makes sense to me. Now this food is actually what I've decided to go for the pond, for my main pond, 2.5 kilo, and this will probably take me now through winter. Now it's very similar to what I've just shown you, the bigger stuff down at the bottom here, that sort of size pellet, but this Gold Plus can be fed, you probably can't see it, but it can be fed every month of the year down to 4 degrees, which I won't do anyway, because I found that in my pond, once they reach about 8 degrees C temperature in the pond, they don't really feed anyway. They don't feed a lot, but I feed all year round. I don't believe in this switching to wheat germ malarkey. Now no doubt in its ingredients this will have some wheat germ in, but if I can maybe focus on that, excuse me, why won't that focus? Yes, you can see wheat germ there, look. So this has got well balanced premium feed for koi, improves coloration and can be fed the whole year through. A complete and well balanced professional koi feed with all the nutrition for a healthy koi life, prosperous growth and amazing coloration. Astaxanthin enhances the koi's pigmentation, showing its colours to full advantage. Stop feeding at a water temperature of 4 degrees C or lower. Ingredients: fish meal, fish oil, vegetable oil, cereals, wheat germ, amino acids, natural minerals, trace elements and a premix. And the analysis is carbohydrates 41%, crude protein 35%, oils and fats 7%, ash 6%, fibre 2.5, phosphorus 0.9, and then there's the vitamins, and then there's macro and obviously micro nutrients and stuff. And then this bad boy, like I said, this is the protein is 63, oils and fats is 13, 11.6% crude ash, carbohydrates is only 6, phosphorus is 1.6, fibre is 0.8. So as you can see, this one has a lot more carbohydrates in and there's lower protein. This is high protein and lower carbohydrates. Okay, and that's obviously, and they're both 80% digestibility. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to get some koi out. I will show you them bowled. I'm not going to show you me hanging them up here in the net with my hanging scales, weighing them, because it's a bit of a pain, but I will show you the results. There's my notes, because I don't want to use my phone. I've got them on my phone as well, but it gets a bit tricky, as you probably know, we're getting wet around. But this is what they were 1 month ago. The Karashigoi, 25 centimetres, that was on the 10th. It will weigh 295 gram. The Kohaku, the Sharky Line Kohaku from Adam Bayer, was 120 gram at 23 centimetres. The Tancho on the 10th was 460 gram and 30 centimetres on the 2nd. So the actual length of these was on the 1st of last month, and I weighed them 10 days later when I got the scales and stuff. The butterfly koi I didn't weigh because it was only quite small, was 16.5 centimetres. So enough of that. That's the food I'm going for this year and through winter, for me grow on and through winter. So far I've been giving this Gold Plus for a few days, and the one, that real light the 10 kilo sack that I was getting for £23, the real lightweight food, I've noticed that straight away the waste in my pond with this is loads better, really good. So I won't be going back to the cheap stuff now. I've made that progression and transition. I won't even use the cheap stuff as a filler. This, like I say, it's not cheap stuff. It's not expensive. It's not the expensive eye range, but I think, if I remember right, well, you'll have a look. You'll see why it is on Amazon. 2.5 kilo. I think that was, is it £28 for 2.5 kilo? And this is similar. Okay, so I'm going to strip all the top back, get them weighed. Well, here we are, guys. I'll be back soon. I've got to say that was very stressful. Got the lid off, got the koi bowled. They look fabulous. I've got to say I'm so pleased with the progression these are made in a month. I'm blown away actually. Now I'm going to tell you something, because I'm an honest person. It's a nightmare. I've noticed I got the Karashigoi in here first, and I got the Tancho in here, both of them together, and left the other two in here. So while I've got these two in, the Tancho flipping jumped out here and got back in the pond. I was checking the Karashigoi out, because it looks like it's damaged its head in the pond sometime this week, so I've not noticed it before. It looks like it's scraped above its eye, so I'm hoping that will, you know, colour back in. The scalation's looking amazing, and then to top it off, the kohaku, I'm stood here, leaning over here, he went over there and jumped out and then started flapping on the other side, so I've had to run round, go and grab that and then walk round this way so it don't hurt it. Oh, there, look, there it goes again, look. Jesus. So, and that was the tancho, and that's covered up. So what I'm going to do from now on, I've got another net that's got a zip up lid, but this is my measuring bowl, as you can see. So these fish clearly are not happy at the minute being caught. I mean, that tancho was, God, feisty or what? So you've just seen that jump up there and knock this lid, and it's got this on it, look. Crazy. So I'm absolutely bricking it now. I don't really want to show you guys what's underneath because this, you know, worried about they're going to jump out and on the floor and damage themselves like the kohaku did. Kohaku looks okay safely. That tancho's probably got a flipping mark on its head now because it's just knocked itself on there. So I've took the decision, I'm not going to weigh them. Sod it. Now what I can say, I've measured them and they've all put on 3 centimetres in 1 month. 3 cm, guys, I'm over the moon with that, and they all look chunkier. So if I show you carefully, if I can, if you look in there, they all look chunkier. I mean, look at this tancho, 30 centimetres that's put on. 3 centimetres, and look at the girth, it looks a lot chunkier. That's ready to jump, look. So I'm going to grab that one and get it back in the pond. It's looking amazing. These are frisky, so that's going back in, and then while they're in I'm going to get the lid on. If you can see this one, look, it's almost like a burn above its head, like it's caught itself. What a shame. Look, but look at that, look at the shape that's got on it. The scalation is amazing. 3 cm that's put on, and it's got girth on it as well. The scalation is amazing coming out on top of there. So I'm going to get that one in. Look at, you know, the scalation on that is awesome. Look at that. Get that in, and now I'm going to get this one in. Not prat about with it because they're looking frisky. There's the kohaku coming on well. Got away with not being hurt in the actual coming out of the pond. I'm going to throw that one back in the water because it's at the top of its fin. So that's that, 3 cm on that, and they definitely look, there's definitely more presence to them now. I'm going to have to get over there quickly and get that top on. There's definitely more presence to them. Got me worried now. They have got this. God, how do you manage that lid on? But anyway, this one, this little butterfly koi that I got from a standard garden centre, the colour has changed. It's got no orange on it or anything anymore, but look at the blue. If I can just try and show you, if you look at the blue on top, look at that. It's got a little bit of colour on its cheeks. It's got 2 red cheeks and a bit of colour there, a bit of Benny coming, and that's put on 3 centimetres as well. And the size of that now in just a month. Amazing. So, right. Sorry, I'm not going to weigh them, guys. That's more or less the end of that. So what I'm going to do now is hastily get all this out. 3 cm in a month. I'm happy with that. I don't know if I will get individuals out now and weigh them. I might get one out, but I've been put off now. I just want to leave them alone because, you know, koi don't really like being touched, as I've proven, but you need to know where you're going. So, you know, they've put 30 cm on. Just grab a bit of this shit out now, they've just messed up. So I'll use this opportunity just to get any bits of debris off from this plant I've got in, these jobbies I've got in there. Water lettuce, well, I've got the top off, and then I think that I won't have this top off again. Yeah, that's it now. So if I can get as much of these dead ones out as possible, get them back over there because they belong right behind my hose. my arrows, that's coming out. I'll get that one out. Yeah, that weren't enjoyable, that wasn't, I've got to admit, folks. Not nice at all, that. Sometimes why probably people have two of them at the same time. So I'm going to draw an end to this. I've got me, like I say, I know, you know, I don't know whether it's coincidence, but 30, I keep saying 30. Oh, I just knocked my food tub. 3 centimetres per koi. I am very happy with that, 3 centimetres per koi in 1 month. So if I can keep that going for the rest of winter, or as much as I bloody can dare to because of money, 3 centimetres a month, well, you do the working out on that. They wouldn't have got no growth in my pond, would there? No growth at all, I'm sure of that, in my pond over the winter. Yeah, if I can keep them going in here at 3 centimetres, the Kohaku and the Karashigoi, if they're going at 3 centimetres, well, all of them at this rate, 3 cm a month, at this rate, put the air back on, you know, they might be 10 cm, you know, they might be that much bigger by spring. Wow, that'd be amazing if they are. Well, I'm glad to get that back on, start getting them shuttered back in. Guys, if you've got a grow or anything like that, I don't know how people rest at night not having with these windows with high elevation, you know, the glass straight to the edge. I mean, nervous breakdown time, isn't it, for me, I think. So just going to get these ready again. That's that. That's it, pretty much sorted, I think. I'll just have that to there, I know that much. So, like you see, guys, it is a bit of a rigmarole. I'll put that on there just to wait and seal that bit a bit. I look like I'm too far that way, to be fair, because I've normally got a gap there. So I'll have a look at that and I'll play about with that. So, all being said, 3 centimetres in 1 month, awesome. What that accumulates to weight, I don't know. There is a chart on this box, so let me have a look. Centimetres. So a 10 cm koi, it says 13 here, 13 gram. So that's probably what they're saying is there. A 15 cm koi should have 46 gram. Or is that the feed, or is that the weight that the koi is? No, it can't be that, can it? 'Cause it'd be more than that. So that's the feed. It actually tells you on this box of the junior koi food what they should be having per koi, which is useful on the feed. But anyway, I've done it. Thanks for watching. My heart rate is going back down now. We get the feeder back in place. Get everything back to normal. Check me here, check everything's working. You can hear the rain. I'm going to the house, have a coffee, get ready for the football today, a bit of Facebook, sort these videos out and stuff. They look a lot calmer now, thank God. Woo! Signing out. Have a great weekend, have a great week, see you next week. Please subscribe. If you want to see, follow the progression of these koi, like I say, please subscribe and hit that notification bell so you get the pop-up. Join the Friendly Koi Keepers, over 14,000 members on that group. Very friendly, really good group. I'm the admin on there. There's no fuss, no drama. If there's spam in there, you immediately delete it. If there's any arguing in there, you immediately delete it. I don't mess about. I've got enough members, I don't need the hassle. So please join that group, have fun. Thanks for watching Kenty's Kicks. See you on the next one.